Okay, so we're currently on step 3 here, where we're making the new current issue page, and we've copied and pasted the table of contents from the wisc.edu page from this page, and we've copied and pasted that into here. And what we need to do now is we need to link these PDF files. Instead of being linked to files on the wisc.edu server, we want to link them to files that we have hosted in our media library. So what we can do is, if I go to, this is the new PDF file that I uploaded, and if I double click on it, what that will do is that will give me a URL, and I can double click on that URL and copy that URL, and then I can go over here to our page and I can highlight the download PDF text, go up here to insert/edit link, click on that. I'll say open in a new window, or not, depends what we really want. I'm going to leave that unchecked for now, and I'm just going to paste this URL. And something I want you to notice right now, it says wejournal.files.wordpress.com. So this is our account on WordPress, and then it has the file name of that PDF file, which is basically the same file as this one right here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add a link, and what that has done right now is this has made this text link to this PDF file, which is hosted on our WordPress site. All right, and I also accidentally made that a link, but I don't want to do that. So, and I don't want to make this a link. So, when you're highlighting, make sure that you don't make things a link if you don't want them to be. So I just want the words download PDF to be the link. That's what it looks like right now. What we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and hit update right now. And if I save that, and it'll take just a moment here, what I can do is if I go back to Wisconsin English Journal, let's just go to the home page. If I go to our current issue, you'll notice this is now updated. It says volume 58, number 2. And if I go to download PDF, you'll notice in the lower left corner, it's going to show up like right where my mouse cursor is moving right now, that the file is hosted on our WordPress account, not on the wisc.edu server. And so if I click on that, that's going to bring me to this PDF, which is hosted on our WordPress. Now, our next step in updating to the current issue is going to be for us to copy and paste the text of each article into a new blog post. And then we need to make sure we put the blog post into the right category. And we've been using, different categories like volume 58, number 1. So this is going to be volume 58, number 2. We have to make sure we put it in the right category. The category is the name of the current issue, and we're also going to have to include a link to this PDF in the blog post, and we're going to have to come back to the table of contents and link from our table of contents to the blog post as well. So I'm going to add that to our to-do list. Add a link from the table of contents to the blog post as well. All right, so this is a big step, and this is where a lot of the labor is going to really have to be done. Actually, and that's actually what step number 5 is, I should say. So we'll hold off on that. I'll wait on that. Let's go ahead and open up this PDF file. And what I want to do is I want to go back to my WordPress kind of normal control panel here, and I want to go ahead and add a blog post. And I'm going to copy this title, and I'm going to say from the editor. And then what I want to do is I want to copy the text of our article here. And when I copy and paste, something I notice is it's just copying as a big block. So I'm just going to do it a paragraph at a time here. And then hit enter, next paragraph. And And this is a continuation, so I want that to go on here. And then let's go to our next paragraph. All right, and because this is a blog post, we can use some of the features of blogs. Like we've got these two quotes here. So I'm going to paste these in. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight these. And I'm going to go up here to block quote. And I can fit those as a block quote. So those will be quoted. And the next thing I want to do, we have more. So let's add a couple more of these quotations to our block quote. And we've got to space these out. Right, so this is where the kind of labor-intensive part comes in. And I'm going to end my block quote there because that's all of our quotes. Then let's go ahead and copy our next paragraph. Copy our next paragraph. Copy this final paragraph. And copy our copyright information, author and copyright information. All right, there we go. Now, one thing we're going to have to do is let's look back at our hyperlinks. So BookTube Network, we're going to have to turn that text, which is in our, looks like in our third paragraph, into a hyperlink. So I'm going to highlight that. I've copied the text, insert, open in a new tab, add link. I'm going to go back to the PDF again. It looks like we have another link here. I'm going to left click on that and say copy link address. So negative and hilarious reviews. Let's go ahead and link that text to that Huffington Post article. And then this link right here, copy link address. And that redirects to John Pruitt. And so we want to link that, open a new tab. All right, and then let's italicize this as it is italicized in our PDF. So we have moved an entire article from this PDF file into a blog post. Now what we want to do, I'm going to look at an old from the editor. And what I notice here is this is PDF version here, and then it says from the editor, and then that's a link. So I'm just going to copy that so that I can put it right in here so I can follow the same format. But I'm going to have to update this link, and I'm going to have to update that link to our file here, WeJournal Files WordPress. So I'm going to replace that wisc.edu URL with our WeJournal URL. And let's go ahead and save. So right now we've got a blog post that is complete. The only thing that I'm going to add to this is right after our first paragraph, I'm going to insert a read more tag so that when this appears in our list of blog posts, it does not show the entire blog post. It only shows our first paragraph, and then you have to click to read more. So I'm going to go ahead and hit publish, and that is going to save our first blog post. All right, and something I'm going to have to do, something I forgot to do, I have to add it to the appropriate category. So I'm going to actually go over here, add new category, and I'm going to call this Volume 58, Number 2, 2016, and hit Add. And check that category and update that so we've got it in the right category so we can find it when we sort through the issue list that is located on the right hand side of the page right here. And then what we're going to have to do is I also need to view the post so I can get the URL here. So here's our post. And one thing I want to do is I want to copy our URL, which is right up here. And I want to go back to our current issue page. And I need to add that to our current issue page. And that is basically step 5 in our to-do list here. So I'm going to go to Edit, and I'm going to highlight the title right there. And I'm going to go to Insert or Edit Link, Paste from the editor, Add Link. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to update that page. All right, so let's go and let's start from the beginning in terms of where we're entering the site. We're at wejournal.wordpress.com. We come here, we go to the current issue. We've got our most recent issue, volume 58, number 2. If I click on from the editor, which is our article, that will take me to our blog post, which includes this from the editor. And we have a link here to our PDF file as well. If I go back, I'm in our current issue table of contents. I can go over here to download PDF, and you'll notice if you look in the lower left-hand corner that PDF is hosted on our WordPress site. And if I click on that, that will also take me to our PDF. And if I go over on the right-hand side to Issues, I can choose Volume 58, number 2, and if I click on that, that will give me a listing of all of the posts that belong to this issue of our journal. And in terms of Volume 58, number 1, our previous issue, if I click on that, I've got, when I navigate to that issue, our table of contents right at the top. And this used to be our current issue page, and it is no longer. And now I have all of the previous articles also listed as blog posts. So that should be it. That's all you really need to update the Wisconsin English Journal webpage. I think there's one more step I think we will need to do. It looks like we have a past issues page. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add a link. Oh, it looks like this link is already set here. And it takes us right to our category. So that's already on there for us. When volume 58, number 2 becomes an old issue, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to go over here to past issues, and we'll add volume 58, number 2 to our list.